fast. Okay, so let's jump in, I suppose. Kiev5 is down one game in the best of 3 series, and Infernal Shrines is the second map. A map that they really like to play a lot, and we could see the Vikings here again, since it's one of Kiev5's favorite heroes to play on this map now. One of the things that's pretty important here, as you can already tell, we have Kiev5 in this case, and, well, actually also Tyrande already... Well, Kiev5 and Tyrande have been banned again, so that's actually like pretty common. That's one of the normal starts into the entire match. Kiev5 decided to go into an ETC as the first pick here, so that's of course always something that you can aim for. Iceman Blues, thanks for the sub, my friend. Thank you very much for the sub here and the support. NaVi at the same time is adding again adding an early Falstad plus an Uther into their setup. On Infernal Shrines it can actually be quite nice, especially if your opponent is playing with the Vikings, since Falstad acts a bit as a Viking detector and can just fly from lane to lane or move and find out if there is maybe a Viking in the bush and then still join the team fight. AoE, of course, overall is still very important on the map, since we are looking at Infernal Shrines, and those 40 minions, they take quite some time to gather up, so you can get a lot with Area of Effect to not only hurt the opponent's team, but also get that objective a bit faster. Kiev5, they can head now into heroes like Sylvanas, for example. Again, Sylvanas in general is just very powerful when we're talking about Infernal Shrines, because once again, when you secure yourself one of those punishers, you can just like start to push in, disable the towers with Sylvanas, and they get a lot of pressure on the lane with it. We have seen, Reyna and Karazim as an early commitment here. The last time NaVi banned out Karazim on the map, so in this case, Kiev5, they want to make sure that they get Karazim over Brightwing. We have NaVi still with the next ban coming in, and right now, they could still go for something like a ban on Tyrael. If you don't get the ETC and Uther composition, some of the teams will still jump into a Tyrael here, but it is the counter pick against Kiev5. They're realizing already that there's a pretty high chance that the Vikings are going to be picked again, since of course this is a style that Kiev5 has used in the past, so the Vikings are getting banned out. It's target ban, not a meta ban that we're seeing here. And Kiev5, they decide to ban out Tassadar first of all, since Uther, Tassadar and Sonya would be a little bit too strong to deal with. And NaVi, talking Sonya, has the chance now to go for the hero. They can also still pick Muradin. Muradin was not prioritized by Kiev5. They instead wanted to play the ETC, so we could see something along the lines of Muradin and Sonya. One of the two heroes is definitely going to be taken right now. I mean, with the setup that we are looking at, it would make perfect sense. And there's the Muradin. Only question, are they going to commit to Sonya? It's the Sylvanas for now. Same reasoning as we already had before, as we were talking about the potential picks for Kiev5. She is incredibly powerful once that you take the Punisher. Kiev5 could still in theory go for a Sonya themselves. Sonya is of course very strong here. NaVi already committing in the last game to a Thrall, so maybe we're going to see the same thing again. Thrall is very powerful now, especially of course with those scaling changes. And Kiev5, well, they still need someone else at the front line, I suppose. And as I said, the Tyrael would be a good option for them, since they can try to combo that Sanctification together with the ETC Mosh Pit. It's pretty similar to that Uther and ETC comp. It's kind of like it's the second version, so to say, of that composition. So you can definitely play the two, and there is Tyrael indeed, so they go for the hero. Bit of range damage would be nice. Vala maybe with a multi-shot build to soak some of those minions during the fights. We have already Falstad taken. Unless, of course, you want to take a Jaina. If you want to take a Jaina, you can do that too. If not, Vala might be a really good option for you here. And Kiev5 might head into one of these two heroes now. They have quite some time still on the draft, so it's not really a big issue for them. They can really think about what they're going to do here. Of course, they need a bit of pushing power. And personally, I believe that Vala would be a very nice addition. They can go into multi-shot build that allows them to get quite some wave clear as well with the Arsenal on level 4, Composite Arrow on level 1. And then you can, in those temple fights, or in those shrine fights, still get a lot of minions while at the same time applying damage to your opponent. If you really bank a lot of your hopes on the ETC Mosh Pit, Jaina might be the better option. She has still a very nice amount of AoE, is very strong in the Chinese scene. She's even a bit more popular, and it is Jaina, so they decided to go for her Blizzard time. We have even seen in the Chinese league some adjustments with the level 16 talent, for example, where instead of the normal numbing blast, we are seeing the triple wave on the Blizzard, which can be quite nice if you are attempting to just get a few of those minions in. And it is, again, as already theorized, Thrall for NaVi. They play him again. Green Jesus is back to action. And guys, this is going to be a good one again. NaVi's in the lead. Let's jump into Infernal Shrines and find out together if they can win it with a 2-0 or if Kiev5 is able to start a comeback. Alrighty. So, I got my invite. At least I think so. Alex, the Pro G, invited you. Quick score update, and then we can start. Alright, sweet. So, we got that set. Keep in mind that afterwards we're having Fnatic versus... Fnatic is going to play versus NaVi next. It's going to be the second game of the day. We're missing a few of the players. But yeah, they should be invited very soon. And then we can take it from there. Yeah, I'm still going to work on those C9 videos, then later I'm going to upload them. And one of the other things that I have to mention as well is that we had at the weekend on Sunday a pretty amazing 4K tournament that was hosted by Hitbox. And this is actually something that I'm going to upload on my channel as well. So, for now, we have, yep, our heroes in position. Everybody apparently joining the lobby. Hydra, of course, has to switch out. So, Ice Cream is running the Tyrell skin. I like that. The Seraphim skin. I got that for myself during the sale. The sale is actually still ongoing. And he switches the skin. Dude, seriously? I mean, okay, he at least takes the Master skin. I like the Master skin quite a bit as well. It's a really sweet skin to go for. Very, very powerful. But yeah. I guess we're ready. At least it looks like we are. Alrighty, yeah, time to go and jump into our game. Game number 2, everybody. We are looking at Infernal Shrines. Let's jump right into the game and check out if NaVi is going to take the 2-0 or if Kiev5 is coming back into this one. It's going to be a good one either way. Infernal Shrines, always fun. Yeah, our game about to start, and loading screen madness, but looks like Hydra might have a bit of a problem there. Everybody else is ready. Well, him and Aya with a bit of a race. Game number 2, everybody, and it continues. NaVi versus Kiev5 at the Heroes Battle Arena, powered by Twitch and G2A. To the left side of the map, we are seeing Muradin, played this time, of course, by Alex. Alex, the Pro G here. Mr. Silence. We have Gran Paquete on Uther, Crosby on Sylvanas. Zarmony is playing Falstad as we speak. And the rest of the setup here with Eternal, of course, once again on Thrall. That's going to be pretty cool. Thrall in general, a really fun hero to watch. And to the right side of the map, we have Kiev5 with AR on Reyna. We have Mopsy on ETC, Hydra on Jaina, so Ice Cream on Tyrael, and Lunarn is playing Karazem. Everybody already rotating down to the bot lane. I mean, you might be familiar with this. If you play with the Sylvanas, then oftentimes you're just trying to burst one of the towers away. And they are putting a trap in for exactly that reason. I'm liking this a lot. So they start to move in. They want to go for the kill. Thrall Green Jesus, he might be falling here. Eternal jumps out and he's still eating the damage. Down he goes. In comes the Ice Cream now. They want to get more than only one kill. And he jumps in for the body block. Once again, they're on the run. Gran Paquete, he's trying to get away here. And he falls too. It's a 2-0 in kills for Kiev5. And yeah, that can happen to you if you're attempting to go for the quick burst on the tower that normally all of the Sylvanas teams attempt these days. So the idea is pretty simple, and you might have seen that in a few other games already. If you have a Sylvanas in this setup, what you are trying to do is just move in, you disable the tower and the entire 5-man roster. Sometimes it's only 4. Move in, burst the tower down, and then you go back and you have a slight lead already in the game. But already Kiev5 was exactly waiting for that moment, and they just set a trap up, and that allowed them to get a double kill right off the bat. So that's a pretty solid lead here. And as the first shrine is spawning before level 4, that could actually result in an extra talent for Kiev5 while the fight is happening and give them an incredible advantage there. We are seeing a triple season marksman, one on Falstad, one on Thrall, and the other one on Reyna. different teams though. But besides that, the build's still pretty much what you would expect, like nothing too crazy. Oh, nice burst damage against Eternal there. They're really starting to go for Thrall. Hydra is getting a bit low. The experience is roughly the same, but of course that's going to swing in favor of Kiev5 once again, once they take down the minion waves. But that shrine is ready, and now it's an earlier level 4 for Kiev5, and that might be a problem. Alex with the Pedo Meridian skin is already starting to move in here. Want to have some candy. And we have Grampakete and Crosby starting to move straight in to at least get a few of those minions that move to the left side. Level 4 any second now. Eternal, by the way, soaking experience too, and that actually results in both of the teams with a level 4 talent at the same time. But the position is still a bit better for Kiev5. They move in against Thrall again. He is eating so much damage there. In comes the Ice Cream. He wants to go for the jump. Mopsio is falling at first, but it's also a kill against Mirrodin. He gets blown to pieces as he darts in. Now we are still seeing the fight for the minions, and we have 19 to 25, so it's still pretty close. More Blizzards hitting home, and all of that AoE damage that Hydra can bring to the table is of course an incredible advantage. They're starting to move back to well up, but that allows the opponent to take down air. Down goes Reyna. Here comes again Kiev5 with an attempt to use that Blizzard. The extra range on the radios with the Snowstorm on level 4 is of course helping Jaina a lot. The kill against Uther, and we might see the one against Tyrael as a counter kill. It still doesn't matter here for Kiev5. It is a Punisher for them. They take it. Punisher is moving in. It is a frozen Punisher in this case, so theoretically they could try and jump in together with it. Falstead moved up to the top lane immediately to soak experience, and ETC is following him as soon as he can. Not a lot of bot lane pressure happening. A lot of the power, of course, that comes from the lineup that we see for Navi is like basically based on that Sylvanas. If you get a Punisher and you move in with Sylvanas to disable the towers, then you can do so much extra damage. So the whole idea is here to make exactly that happen. Nice dodges there. Cannot just move around. Luna didn't even have to dash in. Nobody was taken out. On level 4 we now have a double Envenom also for not only Sylvanas but also Thrall. At the top lane, as again Mopsio, Zarmany has to move back, but he can just simply be back, get some hit points back, and then he just flies in again, so they're not going to lose anything up here at the top. So as you can see, he's already making his way over. Not flying to the top though, so apparently their attempt, oh yeah, there we go, okay. Flies in at the top lane, and therefore no experience lost, can immediately take over once again. That's one of the beautiful things about Falstad. Brightwing is pretty much the same, like you be back and then you just like jump into the lane again with your phase shift. That's pretty cool and allows you to just keep experience up while still moving back. Windcheer taken with a cooldown reduction, so very powerful talent on level 4, sorry, on level 7. And talking about those Wind Fury talents, usually we see that happening on level 4, or level 7, on level 13, and in the last game even on level 16. So really trying to go for all that extra damage, the cooldown reduction, the extra Frostwolf resilience. And up to the top, oh, Aya is dying here, isn't he? Eternal, yeah, Eternal and Zarmany, both of them are just cutting him off and taking him down. Zarmany, by the way, in case you missed the news, he switched over from Team Dignitas, so he's actually part of Navi now. There was a bit of a switch. We have now also Shrimpy playing for Dignitas. So it's actually kind of fun to see how currently the entire scene has been changing after the road to BlizzCon and BlizzCon tournament. So there's a bit of exchange happening there. Down to the bottom lane, by the way, still both of the tanks are soaking the experience, but the most important part is really that objective that is currently up on the map, up to the top. We have on level 7 the Unstable Poisonal Sylvanas, pretty standard talents, Piercing Bolt for Muradin so that he gets a bit of extra control during the fights, Revolution Overdrive, and now in this case the Just Keep Rocking talents taken for the Mini Relentless. Nice move against Alex. Alex actually eating a lot of damage here, needs to move out. They're trying to fight for that shrine. And Ice Cream was also getting rather low, so he needed to go back to the well. But at least for now, we have that shrine under the control of Navi. They get a few additional minions. Of course, they need to wait for Alex to jump in again, since he is the only tank at the front line. Besides him, they can only rely on Eternal with his Thrall. Positions taken again. Burst attempt against Lunarn, but Karazim moves away. ETC at the front. Eternal with that Chain Lightning. Once again, Frostwolf Resilient helps him to stay in play, but we have still a lot of damage on the heroes, especially Zarmany on that false side is incredibly low. But when it comes to the minions, Navi even has a bit of a lead. Aera moves in, Falstad gets healed, they try to go for ATC, they nearly get the kill. Blizzard is hitting, but Zarmany moves away with a barrel roll. And a lot of these minion stacks have now been claimed by Navi. The blue team is doing incredibly well here. Now already going straight for 31. It's a 10 minion lead. They're welling up again, starting to go straight for that fight once more, and let's see who's going to take it here. We have Kiev5 getting dangerously close to get that Punisher. NaVi really wants it so they can push with Sylvanas, but they don't have it yet. They need 4 more kills, and it's a bit of zoning effort that we're seeing from Kiev5. They're trying to deny that for as long as they can, but I don't think they're going to be able to make it work. Nope, the Arcane Punisher has been gotten, and here comes Hydra. Oh my god, the kill against Tyrael, and Hydra on his Jaina is now going to fall too. Or is he? Well, Crosby gets healed, and Hydra falls as well. It's a 5 versus 3 with Sylvanas moving in, disabling all of the structures, and there's nothing worse to face than an Arcane Punisher that jumps in. They even go for Reyna now. They go deep for the kill. Sundering even being used. He's trying to lock down Lunan too, but that's not going to happen here. 7 kills against 4. Level 11 versus level 9. Great play here by NaVi. Kiev5 is visibly struggling against this. At the bottom lane, we're seeing Falstad already taking experience, and ETC is joining him here. But the top lane push has not finished yet, not by a long shot. Crosby is still there with the Punisher and making sure that all of those towers are disabled. We're seeing them now with Mighty Gust, Sundering, Wailing Arrow, Divine Shield, and the Avatar, and they go through that wall without any problems whatsoever. It's rather unlikely that they're going to go deeper than that, but they don't really have to. They are 2.5 levels ahead at this point, and that's all that they need. Goran Paqueta on his money pick in the mid lane, soaking EXP. Level 10's finally in play now for the opponent as well. Kiev5 running it here with the Ring of Frost, Sanctification of course, in addition to the Mosh Pit. And we have Hyperion plus Divine Palm taken. That's another pretty interesting thing, by the way. In general, if you've been watching the last few days and last few weeks, and you probably all know about the differences that we see between the regions, but especially on a hero like Karazim, we have a very different approach on other regions like North America. Karazim normally played with the 7-sided strike over there, and only occasionally you will see the Divine Palm if the circumstances really demand it, like for example a burst composition with Jaina and Tyrande Muradin. Wow, what? Oh my god, what was that? Holy mother of god, what a play! And the only thing that denies it is the Sanctification here, but Tyrael dies regardless. What on earth was that? They still get a double kill. Tyrael and also Luna, they go down. The Monk is dead, and in comes the kill against Reyna. Unbelievable. NaVi with a power play, the perfect Sundering, and right after that, there comes the silence. What an incredible play here. Absolutely out of this world. Loving it. They nearly nailed 4 heroes with that. They get the kills later on anyways, but wow. Just wow. What a play. That was insane. That was really awesome. NaVi with an incredible coordination in this attack, and it doesn't get any better than that. It does not get any better than that move. Unbelievable. Tyrael nearly ruined it, by the way. That Tyrael Sanctification nearly ruined the situation, but yeah, that was amazing. So another shrine is on the map, and it's a 3-level lead nearly that we're seeing for NaVi. And of course they have the extra talent, with now only Giant Killer taken. We have the Grace of Fury. We have at the same time now Shrink Ray, Burning Rage, and a Spell Shield. And there's very little that Kiev5 can do. They have to just simply accept that they're not going to get this Punisher here. This one is going to be taken by NaVi, no questions asked. They're starting to move in for this one. I still can't believe what we just saw. That combo was absolutely incredible, putting them into a corner and going for it. If not for that Sanctification, all 4 of them would have died right there, but at least they were able to escape for a second. They still lost 3 heroes, but this was insane. So right now we have at the bot lane another hero taken out. Reyna didn't make it, as you could already tell. We have still a very solid lead here for NaVi. They're everywhere on the map. They're securing themselves another Punisher, Mortar Punisher in this case. We're currently seeing Eternal up at the top here. Level 14 versus level 12. And well, we currently see the Mortar Punisher moving into the mid lane, where of course, again, thanks to Crosby, all of those structures are being disabled. And there's no level 13 talent yet for Kiev5. Kiev5 does not have the level 13, so what exactly can they do here? They're starting to move straight to the right, where another wall is going to fall, and this time it might mean keep. They start to move in, they blast through this. Hyperion is already being used. The Mortar Punisher is nearly done, nearly gone. So let's see how exactly they're gonna check this one out. They move in and they take down, yeah, they're gonna take down the keep. They're not gonna let this one go. And they're close to level 16 as well. If they drop the keep here, they are going to hit the next talent. And that is, of course, gonna be even worse. They even try to go for a kill for a second. They don't get it. But here's the 16 talents. 16 versus 13 any second now. With Stone Form, Benediction taken. Again, we have the Tempest Fury on the side of Thrall. We are seeing also Hammer Time, and Falstad is doing Falstad things, flying to the top and starting to soak even more experience here. Really, really well done. So currently, down to the bottom lane, we have Eternal, Crosby, Alex, and yep, Grandpa Kette going for another camp, trying to steal that away. Over here, so Ice Cream is in position, and as you can see, Luna and everybody else is just now going straight for a camp. There's not really too much that you have to do if you're Na'Vi right now. The only thing that you have to make sure is that you're not getting picked off the map in very individual scenarios, like losing a hero every now and then. So, yeah, for now we have Grandpa Kette actually over here. We're seeing still the level 13 talents for Kiev5, and that's where we see the improved ice block, as you can tell already. We're having also, of course, now the imposing will, Relentless taken. And yeah, it's still a pretty similar build to what we see on North American server. As I said, when you look at the build for heroes like Charism, it's mostly at Divine Palm. On NA, nearly everybody, if you've been watching I mean, we had 8 tournaments so far in End of the Storm, and most of the time it's really just that massive focus on the damage with the 7-sided strike, which is actually really powerful. The same also going on in the Chinese scene. The only reason where you really see a Divine Palm is against super heavy curve burst combos. The rest of the setups is pretty similar. There's one deviation as well. Tyrael sometimes even going into Judgment, but that's mostly when you can combo it off another talent. We've seen in the Chinese scene today Tyrael Illidan, which is of course a bit old school, and then you're trying to jump the backline. Or we even saw that combo that was very popular in Korea for some time, with Judgment on Tyrael, Intervading Arrow on Sylvanas, and that allows you to snipe the target. It's also a bit risky. If you don't kill the target, then you're down 2 heroics, and that can be a problem. Again, the snipe attempt, and oh my god, Tyrael is down before the fight even starts. They go now for Mopsio. Divine Palm is triggered. I think it's doubtful that he's going to survive though. And they also drop Jaina. Or do they? Yes, they do. Wow, it's a triple kill, and it could be that we see even more. Falstad, is he going to fly in? I wouldn't put it past him. Eternal is also rushing in, and they are, of course, attempting to drop AI now. Lunan keeps him alive. Is he going to sacrifice himself? No, he oh my god! He dashes away and just barely stays alive there. 18 versus 14 tons up to the top lane. We're seeing now also, well, another camp putting pressure onto the keep, and Na'Vi is playing an amazing game here. 16 kills against 4, that's what we currently have on the map. They're taking structure after structure. We have another shrine, by the way, active, and they're going to try and finish it with this one. They're going to try and finish the game here. It's 1.5 levels that they need to hit the Storm Talons on level 20. I mean, they have another opponent that they need to face later on. They're going up against Na'Vi in just a bit, but right now, as you can already tell, this is looking a bit like a warm-up game for these boys. I mean, everybody was asking how strong is Navi's comp actually, how good are these guys? And I suppose we're going to find out later on, but right now they are looking very solid. I mean, this is really cool play by them, very coordinated, very disciplined as well. They get the Frozen Punisher now and can start to move down the bot lane. So Alex the Pro G is already leading the charge with his Mirrodin on the carpet. Eternal is also starting to move in. And I mean, the kills alone are already telling the tale here. But there's not even a level 16 talent for the opponent. And without the 16 talent, there is just no contesting this. If Sylvanas is pushing this in, and indeed she will, we have the Punisher now also on the way. And with the Frozen Punisher, if you end up in one of these circles just once, that entire team is going to jump you. Mirrodin is going to follow it up with a quick jump. There comes the Hyperion. But that particular team is nearly eliminated already. And they are, of course, just waiting for an opportunity to dash in with a Punisher to end this game. 16 talent is still not ready, so Ice Cream at the front. Here's the stun lock, there's the silence, and the kill. Kill number 17, and this is going to be a goodbye core. They already move in, the Punisher is on the way, he's going to probably jump in any second once again. Mighty Gust already being used, ETC is looking for a mosh pit, doesn't find it, in comes the Punisher. Lunan with the Divine Palm on himself, ETC doesn't stand a chance, gets slammed into the ground, Hydra is dying now too. GG, well played, and game over, as we are seeing Na'Vi take the game with a 2-0 victory here. Congratulations, incredibly well played, and they win the best of 3 series at the Heroes Battle Arena. Yep, pretty sweet. Incredible play, guys.